My child, come closer and be still. Let your breathing slow. Let the noise that has followed you through the day fall away. Because in this moment, you are not unseen and you are not alone. I have been with you in every step that brought you here. Even when you doubted it, even when you questioned my silence, I have led you here. Not by accident, not by chance, but by design, formed long before you knew how heavy your path would feel. Stop now. The enemy doesn't want you to see this. I speak these words gently, yet firmly, because there are moments when truth must interrupt fear. There are moments when light must stop you in your tracks so that you do not continue walking while carrying a burden I never intended you to hold forever. The resistance you have felt, the confusion that pressed against your thoughts, the weariness that made you question your strength, these were not signs of your failure. They were signs that something within you was growing, stretching, and preparing to rise. My child, I know how many nights you have stared into the quiet, wondering if your endurance was being wasted, wondering if your prayers were drifting into emptiness. But hear me now, nothing you endured was meaningless. Every delay taught you patience. Every closed door refined your discernment. Every disappointment shaped your compassion. I have prepared you in places where no one applauded you, where no one noticed the tears you wiped away in private. I saw them. I counted them. I honored them. You believed you were being overlooked, but you were being hidden. You thought you were standing still, but you were being strengthened at the root. I do not rush what I love, and I do not forget those I have chosen. You are not forgotten. Your name has never faded from my sight. Even when you felt invisible, you were standing in my presence, learning how to stand without applause, how to trust without proof, how to remain faithful when answers did not come quickly. Look around you now with the eyes of your spirit. See how far you have come. The weight that once crushed you no longer has the same power. The pain that once defined you has been transformed into wisdom. This is not because you are strong on your own, but because I have been carrying you when your strength was gone. I have prepared you quietly, carefully, intentionally. There is a divine order unfolding in your life, even if you cannot yet see the full picture. Timing is not random in my hands. Seasons move in sequence, and no season arrives too early or too late. You have walked through the valley not to remain there, but to learn how to recognize my voice when shadows try to speak louder than truth. The waiting was not punishment, it was protection. Lift your eyes, my child. Imagine yourself standing on higher ground, where the air is clear and the horizon stretches wide. From here, you are visible. From here, your path begins to make sense. What once looked like broken pieces now forms a pattern of purpose. I am elevating you not to isolate you, but to give you clarity. Not to make you proud, but to make you steady. This is your appointed time, not rushed, not forced, not borrowed from someone else's journey. It is yours, crafted with care. The strength you carry now was forged in silence. The hope rising within you was planted in hardship. Trust me when I say that what is ahead will require exactly the endurance you have already built. Rest in this truth for a moment. Let peace settle where fear once lived. You do not need to run. You do not need to prove anything. I am with you, and I am not finished. My child, remain with me a little longer. Do not rush past this moment, because what I am revealing now is meant to settle deep within you, beyond emotion, beyond temporary relief. I see how you learned to survive by becoming quiet, how you learned to endure by lowering your expectations, how you told yourself not to hope too much so disappointment would not wound you again. But hear me clearly, I did not shape you merely to survive. I prepared you to stand, to carry light, to walk forward without fear of losing what I placed inside you. There were moments when you felt stripped, as if layers of your life were being taken away one by one. You questioned why stability left, why familiar comforts faded, why relationships shifted without warning. Yet even then, I was working with precision. I was removing what could not follow you into what comes next. I was teaching you to lean not on what is temporary, but on what is eternal. What felt like loss was actually alignment. You are not behind. You are not late. You are not out of order. I know the voice that tried to convince you otherwise. I know the quiet accusations that whispered you had missed your moment, that others had passed you by. That voice does not speak for me. I operate beyond comparison. Your journey has been intentionally different because your purpose requires depth, not speed. My child, I have watched you choose kindness when bitterness would have been easier. I have seen you remain honest when compromise offered a quicker reward. Those choices mattered more than you know. They shaped your spirit to carry what is coming without being consumed by it. I do not entrust greater influence, peace, or clarity to a heart that has not learned humility through struggle. There is a reason you developed endurance before comfort, discernment before visibility, and patience before reward. I was teaching you how to hear me clearly even when the world was loud. I was anchoring you so that when elevation comes, you will not be shaken by praise or pressure. You asked me for strength and I answered, just not in the way you expected. Look at yourself now. You see weariness, but I see resilience. You see unanswered questions, but I see unshakable faith forming beneath the surface. You see scars, but I see testimony. Nothing you endured disqualified you. It qualified you. Nothing tried to break you without also building you. My timing unfolds like a carefully written sequence. One step prepares the next. One step unlocks another. Even what felt like a pause was part of forward movement. You were never standing still. You were being positioned. The ground beneath you was being strengthened so it could hold the weight of what is about to grow. Do not be afraid of being seen now. Do not shrink back when opportunity draws near. You are not stepping into this season unprepared. I have already gone before you. I have already made room. The peace you feel beginning to rise is not accidental. It is confirmation. Breathe, my child. Let trust replace tension. Let assurance quiet every lingering doubt. You are exactly where you need to be, and what comes next will unfold with clarity, not confusion. I am with you, and I am leading you forward, one purposeful step at a time. My child, listen closely now, because this is where understanding deepens and strength awakens. There are truths I have been placing gently around your heart, waiting for you to be ready to receive them. You wondered why clarity came slowly, why answers unfolded in fragments instead of all at once. It was because if I had shown you everything too early, fear would have spoken louder than faith. I reveal in mercy, not haste. I know the moments when you felt exposed, when stepping forward seemed risky, when staying hidden felt safer than believing again. Yet I was teaching you courage that does not depend on certainty. I was teaching you how to move even when the path ahead was not fully lit, how to trust me one step at a time. Faith is not the absence of fear. It is choosing to walk with me while fear fades behind you. You were never meant to carry the weight of yesterday into tomorrow. What happened before does not have authority over what is coming. I am not bound by your past, and neither are you. I speak renewal where you once felt limited. I speak restoration where you assumed damage was permanent. I speak purpose where confusion tried to settle in your mind. My child, you have been stronger than you realized for longer than you knew. Strength was not always loud in you. Sometimes it showed up as simply getting up again. Sometimes it looked like choosing hope in silence. Sometimes it was the quiet decision not to harden your heart. That strength did not go unnoticed. It was forming you into someone who could hold peace without losing compassion, authority without losing humility. There is a shift happening within you now. You may feel it as a calm determination, a steadiness that was not there before. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. What once unsettled you no longer defines you. What once intimidated you is beginning to lose its power. You are not becoming someone else. You are becoming who you were always meant to be. Do not doubt when doors begin to open differently. Do not question when conversations change, when opportunities appear without struggle, when clarity replaces confusion. This is not luck. This is sequence. I have ordered your steps, and I am ordering your peace. What you once chased, you will now walk into calmly. Stand tall in your spirit, my child. You do not need to announce your strength. You do not need to defend your growth. Let your presence speak. Let your peace be visible. You carry something deeper now, a quiet authority born from endurance, a confidence rooted in trust, not circumstance. This is not the end of the journey, but it is a turning point. The ground beneath you is firm. The air around you is lighter. The path ahead is opening. Remain with me in this stillness, because what comes next will not overwhelm you. It will confirm what I have been telling you all along. You are ready, and I am guiding you forward, gently, deliberately, in perfect time. My child, now rest your heart here, at the place where strength and peace meet. You have walked far to arrive at this moment, and I want you to understand what this stillness truly means. This calm is not the absence of movement. It is the presence of trust. It is the quiet confidence that comes when you no longer need to see every step to believe the path is real. I am here with you, just as I have always been. There was a time when you believed peace would only come once everything around you was resolved. You thought calm would arrive after answers, after change, after relief. But I taught you something deeper. I showed you that peace is not found at the end of the journey. It is found in walking with me. That is why you can breathe differently now. That is why your heart no longer races at every uncertainty. You are learning to rest without retreating. My child, what you carry now is not fragile. The faith within you has been tested and refined. It has endured storms, silence, and waiting. It has learned how to stand without forcing outcomes, how to hope without demanding timelines. This is mature trust, and it is precious. I have prepared you not only to receive what is coming, but to sustain it with grace. As you move forward, there will be moments of joy that feel gentle instead of overwhelming. There will be victories that arrive quietly, without chaos. Do not mistake softness for weakness. This is strength that knows it no longer has to fight for recognition. This is confidence that does not need to prove itself. You are secure because you are anchored in me. Lift your spirit once more and look ahead. See the path unfolding, not rushed, not delayed, but steady and sure. What awaits you is aligned with who you have become. You are not stepping into something that will break you. You are stepping into something that will reflect the growth you have already lived through. I do not call you forward without also walking beside you.
When doubts try to return, remember this moment. Remember how peace felt when you stopped striving and allowed me to lead. Remember that I have never brought you this far to leave you uncertain. I finish what I begin. I guide what I call. I protect what I prepare. This is your appointed time, not just to move forward, but to move forward in peace. Carry that peace with you. Let it shape your words, your choices, your rest. You are not alone, and you never were. Remain in my presence as you go. Walk gently, walk confidently. I am with you, now and always.